Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Would You Blank? If blank were the consequence. Today is Thursday, October 11th, and the question is coming from me as atypical.
Shut your face!
Atypical, generally. Amanda seems to have a hard time with these questions. She just can't do them.
Go home.
We've done one of yours?
Yes, we've done one of mine, okay?
We'll try to get
and it was a good question.
We'll try once a month. We'll try to make Amanda have no choice. She has to throw one in there.
It's okay. You pay it back because every one of these questions is an interrogation. So
we'll
go with that. Anyways, Mr. Questionnaire.
Maybe I won't die.
No,
so
karma.
Karma. So today's question is: would you live on the moon if you could never return to Earth? So we're going to assume, go a little more detail. That's the basic question. We're assuming the Earth is, we'll say, overpopulated.
Okay.
Maybe not doomed, but it is overpopulated. It's a little crowded. You have some reasons like, it might be kind of nice. But the moon is going to be more of a, okay, there are cities, kind of like, I'm sure, I don't know I haven't seen so many places where people are living on the moon, but more like domed, like, there's these giant domes and maybe these glass ceilings so you can see and it goes along the moon and everything. But there's no green, there's no trees for the most part. All the oxygen is just pumped in. I mean, there might be like areas, I'm sure at some point we'd try to find some way to grow stuff inside these things.
We'd have to. Otherwise, because, if you're saying that you're going to live there, there's got to be food somehow.
Yeah, food somehow, and we've got to figure a way to create our own oxygen.
Yes.
So, plants and trees and stuff to filter.
Okay.
But still, you're never going to really go into the wilderness. You're not going to go walking through the woods. You're not climbing any mountains. None of this is going to happen unless you're in your spacesuit and you go down your little crater or something, which sounds cool, too.
Okay. So by saying, would you live on the moon, we assume this is an option. So
yes.
I assume you can bring whoever you want. You want to move your entire family over there.
If they're willing to go with.
If they're willing. Okay.
Maybe they like Earth. Maybe they don't want to leave their beautiful green planet.
How are they... Are they regulating who goes? Because if the world's becoming unpopulated and suddenly everyone wants to go to the moon, that doesn't quite work out.
That's a good question.
Yes.
I don't know. Yes. How do we want to go about this? Because I do agree. There has to be, if we're going with the overpopulated thing, then of course there has to be, let's just go with, you won a ticket.
Okay.
To be chosen to live on the moon.
Okay.
And you can bring one person with you.
Oh, God.
So we're limiting it now. One person. Hey, you said you throw this stuff at me, okay, I'm throwing stuff back.
Okay.
So, if you've won the golden ticket,
I got a golden ticket.
You can bring one person, just like in Willy Wonka.
Okay. Bring
one person with you to live on the moon. Of course, if you can get them to go with you.
Yes.
Because no matter what, in the end, people are going to want to stay on Earth. It's our planet. It's still outside. You're not living in a bubble at all times. Mm-hmm. If the glass breaks on the moon and you get sucked out into space, I'm sure this is a real fear.
This is true.
So, you have the opportunity to go live on the moon. But of course, it also means you cannot come back to Earth.
Yes, meaning anybody that you left behind
is gone.
Stuck
Unless
here.
magically they somehow get selected to go afterwards, but that's a risk. You have no idea.
Comes the Hunger
And any
Games.
future generations, if you have kids or anything, will all be moon babies.
Moon babies. Well, I don't have to worry about that. Are animals allowed on the moon?
I can't see why not.
Well, you said one person.
I know,
so can you bring the family pet too?
Maybe your family pet's your one person. We're not trying to overpopulate the moon.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Or maybe you have to buy a puppy while you're on the moon.
Says the person who said they're not,
Well, you have to make people happy. You have to be happy on the moon. People need pets.
So it's either a moon puppy or you bring the puppy that you had and that's your one person.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know animals were important
Interesting.
anyway.
That's tricky. Because I am sure I have more than one person that I would want to bring with me. So that makes it...
I'm sure.
So, see, it was going towards a lot of positives, and then it just kind of tanked right there.
Well, there has to be something.
I know. That makes
You shoved me into a corner. This is what happens.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't think there's any other questions about it. It's pretty straightforward as far
It's a little more straightforward. How much you want to be on the moon? How cool it might be to live in space?
Stars would be very pretty.
I mean, you can see stars here on Earth.
Yeah, are you sure now? Because
Come on, we can see stars. We can walk outside right now and see stars.
yeah, not as clear though.
But I mean,
Have you been in the middle of nowhere?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. I know these aren't as pretty.
Okay. It's polluted stars.
Polluted stars.
This would be like straight. Well, then again, we don't know what's going to be lighting it. We don't know if they're going to create false weather or false.
Well, I can't see
Because,
false weather, but
well, when you think about it, if you think about people like the whole like seasonal depression thing and everything, like do you just
the what?
Seasonal depression?
As in?
It's affected by sunlight. If you like during the winter times when there's less sun, especially like when you live in a state that's cold and wintry and snowy all the time, it causes effects in your body and you can actually get really depressed.
Don't know anything about this.
Oh, okay. But yes,
I've always lived in the sun. In the scorching death sun.
It's also it also affects people who stay inside all the time and don't get enough UV. Just
Need those D vitamins.
yeah. You
But
need
I also like the
sunlight.
dark. I don't need sunlight.
You don't need sunlight.
No, never.
No?
No. I can be a vampire, it's fine. I like the night.
Well, for someone who's a vampire, not very pale.
I can't help it. I don't go into the sun very often. I hide most of the time.
Way off topic. Way off. Either way, what I'm saying is we don't really know how they're going to.
Well, I mean, if you're on the moon, there's still going to be sunlight.
Yes.
Just because you're on the moon doesn't mean this moon doesn't get night. I mean, sun.
Yeah.
How does the moon actually look exactly? It can't go through cycles the same way.
I don't know.
Because
They
have like they say the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Does that mean the moon stays pretty much in sunlight constantly? One side, but the other side never gets sun? I'm sorry if I didn't do my space research before I threw this one out.
I rely on you for this
But
information.
if that's the case,
you're
then,
the science
then there is
guy.
constant sun. So you assume they'll have a way to close the dome, make it dark, it'd be nighttime, and reopen and there's sun.
See, that was what I was asking.
There we go. I've answered it somehow.
Are they going to regulate weather? Like, are they going to simulate weather, I should say?
I doubt that. I'm sure it'll just be a comfortable 72 degrees at all times.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going. I already live that right now.
No, it's not a comfortable 72 degrees.
Okay.
It's a comfortable 95 degrees at all time.
Minus the comfortable.
Yeah,
No.
minus the comfortable.
No, I one
What,
of,
you need winter?
yes.
No!
I need change. Actually, what
Get
I
yourself
need,
a walk-in freezer!
I am not butchered meat. Okay, what I'm saying is that
You're telling me that the weather is the only thing going to keep you from this?
yes.
They're not going to simulate weather on the moon.
And I'm sorry, but when it comes down to it, moving. Okay, I've lived most of my life in a state with 4 seasons. I now live in a state that has what, 1.5?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so it's deader, sometime mildly dead, or death warmed over. Okay, that's what's down here. With a chance of you might freeze your ass off.
Yeah, because there's that every once in a while where everything just wants to freeze over for no reason at
Yes. Okay, so my favorite season is fall. And it's because of how bright it is.
Come on,
The
this
rain,
is the moon.
the
There's not going to be
decaying
fall on the moon.
Then no!
What do you mean no?
Don't hit
It's still the moon!
Yes, which
You're
is
in space!
Which
You got
is-
spacewalks on the moon!
which is cool and everything for a vacation.
You want to go back to overpopulated Earth? You can't see the stars. It's overpopulated.
It's
There's no place to walk.
It's not going to be overpopulated if you guys are shipping out to the moon.
We can only get so many people on the moon. The moon is tiny. It's not a big place. And we have only built so much infrastructure. That's why it's a luxury to get to the moon.
We're going to ship all the babies, and you can live on the moon with all the children growing up.
I'm not going to the moon anymore.
It's going to be, we can't go. It's only the new generations, and they get shipped off to the moon.
That'd be interesting, too. I don't know. The moon, I could deal with moon life.
And it's going to be you.
I could deal with moon life, okay? I don't need the 4 seasons.
It's important to me that and the fact you can only bring one person.
Start over.
Start over?
Start over.
I have people in my life. Okay.
The moon would be cool. And who knows what else they may add. You never know.
I don't think a water park's going to help me make my decision.
I don't know. I don't know all the answers here.
I would miss rain. You had talked to me about the whole corrugated metal, rain falling down, it helping you sleep. You'd never get that again.
I know.
Unless you get that, like, a little phone app that plays it. Or, like, you have a shower over a corrugated metal.
There we go. We've solved it. We've solved it. I don't know. It could be interesting.
Yes, it would be interesting.
Interesting as a vacation.
Yes, to see, to visit, not to live there.
Well, you gotta get away from that overpopulated Earth.
Well, let me know when they have seasons.
They have seasons.
Yes.
We make the moon have different seasons.
Yes. What was that on? Dude, just do a whole Zootopia thing.
I was thinking Zootopia.
Yeah.
The Zootopia would be cool.
Yes, I would live in that world. I would live in the Zootopia world.
Oh, Zootopia was awesome. I love Zootopia.
That's why I was talking about earlier about the whole blood, and death. Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yes.
I haven't seen it in a little while, but I love that movie.
But yes, if the moon had the whole Zootopia thing going on, I'd go. Just flat out go.
If it was a perfect luxury world
where you could just visit all the different terrain types and all the weather and everything, yeah. I'd be fine with that. That would be very cool. It'd be interesting to see. I would actually be able to live there.
Then there's no downside.
I'd still have to leave people here.
The moon would be a perfect
I'd have to leave people
utopia.
here. I'd have to leave animals here. It's a lot.
I tell you, you have to leave people behind. Okay, I can go. You can't have no one with you. I can still do it. And it's like, but there's fall weather. I have to go. Screw everyone. Leave them behind.
Well, now you just know what kind of person I am now.
Fall weather is more important than people.
Apparently. So, mister, what is your answer? Obviously, you were leaning towards yes.
I'm leaning there heavily. I know, I like it. And I think you never know what the future on the moon could hold. Who knows? Maybe one day they could add that. You don't know.
This is true.
Get away from people. Be not as populated.
Get away from people.
Get away from people, because you'll always be around people. I mean, basically think Ready Player One.
That was not a good place.
That's overpopulated Earth. That's what that was.
That was like trailer park trash on top of each other.
Because
I could never do. If you're talking about that kind of overpopulation, hell no, I'm not staying.
That's what I said. Overpopulation.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking in my mind.
Okay, I wasn't.
Did you not pick that out?
I was just thinking about now when we're overpopulated and it's getting worse.
No, right now. I'm talking about super overpopulated. Like, again, like Ready Player One. Overpopulation.
Yeah.
Surrounded by people all the time.
I can't stay here. I can't. Like, I can barely... thinking about high school, walking through the halls all the time, being in Mall of America, no.
I mean, that was kind of the point of that. It's like escape. The oasis was the escape from the massive overpopulation dullness of the world. That's why they had to go here. But I mean, when I say overpopulation, that's what I'm talking about.
No.
Ready Player One overpopulation.
Okay, then I definitely...
You give up fall now? You give up fall's no longer important?
Definite, yes. Because I value my personal space more than I value.
And the moon would be more like what we have right now. You have space. You can move around. You have something. So, or can you give up fall weather to have more space and be more comfortable?
Yes.
She changes her
I
mind!
changed my mind purely because I can't be that close to people. I mean, you know who I am. Being around people does things to my brain, okay? I can't be that close to that many people all the time. It would be overload and I would not last long at all. Like, I can't do it. Like,
There we go. I've changed her mind by informing the question better, I guess. You're supposed to use the touch and figure that out, okay?
Because I'm sorry, I can focus on certain things.
I'm just saying, you're supposed to pick these things out of my mind and know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Without me having to say them out loud. So they don't know either.
Well, I'll work on that. I will definitely just work on our psychic connection.
Of course. All right, well, we have a yes from you.
So?
I was already leaning towards yes.
Okay, that's right.
So I'm going to continue to go with yes. I'll bring my one person and live on the moon. Goodbye, Earth.
Yeah.
Goodbye forever.
And who knows? From moving to the moon, you may advance further.
That'd be
Find
cool.
another planet.
That's what I want. I want to go far. I want to see lots. I want to go.
So, what would you guys do? Would you go to the moon?
Or would you stay on Earth?
Go
Would seasons and
people,
dirt and people and maybe some forestry to some degree at all?
Maybe you could end up in the whole Ready Player One thing, come up with some weird reality.
Knows? Don't know what the future holds as far as that goes. I'm not predicting the future in that. I'm just talking about the moon, okay? Could you? Would you? You can answer that question on Twitter at Beyond Our Focus. I'm going to throw a poll up there. It'll be up for a week till next week when we do another one of these.
Otherwise, I mean, you can always just answer in the comments. We do have a Facebook page as well.
Yes. Also, Beyond Our Focus Facebook and Instagram. That's there as well. So, you can answer any of these places. Also, you can always reach us at BJJ Gamer for me, at KZ Pup for Amanda, where we pimped out everything else. So, answer and
like
the poll.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
For more strange questions and interrogations.
This was nowhere near as bad, okay?
No, this one wasn't bad.
This is you questioning me and me trying to come up with something on the fly.
I got one.
It did well. It did well. So please answer that poll on Twitter. It'd be nice to know that someone looks at it every once in a while. And I believe that is it. Unless you have anything else to add.
Nope, I think we're good.
All right. Until next time. Long days and pleasant nights.